of the participation that everyone has been putting forward to. In these coming past weeks, I've had some really awesome one-on-one individual conversations with everyone, and I just really love the dialogue that we have. Continue to keep that going. Remember that this is a journey. So a journey means that there's a process. And in the process, there will be many things that come along. And as I told everyone before, please continue to buckle down. This is the ride of your life. Today, I thought I would bring it out to the elements. I am at the beach today. Just wanted to have that different kind of energy coming through. So one of the things that I really wanted to do today was basically recap on some of the discussions that we had. I wanted to start off by the first discussion that we talked about, which was discernment. And I think that was one of the beautiful ways to start, because if you can't discern the difference between what is right or wrong, what is truth or false, this kind of stuff will keep you in a place where you won't be able to evolve. For all of those of you that were able to take a look at the video that I had sent from TikTok, where the lady was able to pull down the rain from the cloud, that's where I started off, where we talked about discernment. I just want to touch on one part only. If you are a person who has any kind of special abilities, as the lady had claimed that she was able to pull down the cloud, one of the things that I would really just kind of stress out there is that with great power comes great responsibility. So what would a person even attempt to pull down a cloud for? In my own thinking, I would say something like a famine, something like a drought, something to help, or anything that was spiritual. If you had that kind of ability, it's not for you to just continue to post it so that way people can see it. And I know one of the comments that she made was that this was our natural born gift and our talents. And that's fine if that's the truth. But everybody's not privy to everything, right? And I want you to remember that I said that. Everybody is not privy to anything. Please do me a favor, swallow that piece of information for right now, because in our future, we will be talking about the reason why I'm stressing that everybody's not privy to everything, right? You just don't go ahead and say, hey, Angel, I can pull down the clouds. Do you want to see this? You don't show it just to be showing it, right? There are reasons for things. We do things for reasons. I get up and go to the refrigerator and look in my refrigerator when I'm hungry. I get up and I go to the bathroom to turn on the water to take a shower because I need to be clean, right? There's reasons for everything. And there is truth to the fact that people do things for no reason at all. And I always want to continue to stress this too. If those are the people that are around you, change your circle. Really. Because this is the most important part of the journey, which is the beginning. We're here to learn, to align. And everybody that I've spoken to, this is what we're talking about. We're aligning ourselves, right? If you look around in your circle of people that you have in your life is not edifying, then move, right? And I want you to be in a place where you guys can move in a different direction without it being so negative. An example, fuck this shit. I'm moving because motherfuckers is this, motherfuckers is that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't giving me this, they ain't giving me that. That can happen, right? But let's turn the glass around, the hourglass around. Let the sand fall in a different way, right? I want to move because I'm aligning. And when I turn around and I look at the people that are in my circle, they just don't have it right now. So in order for me to get what I need to get, I need to move in a different direction. You are actually setting the tone for a different way of living. And remember, the tongue has lots of power. So what you put out into the universe always manifests, right? So back to discernment. Discern everything. Question everything. If it does not feel right in your spirit, don't do it. Don't do it, right? I know a lot of people have been on social media platforms such as YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and there's a lot of things that are out there. Even the internet, they have lots of things. I really do encourage. I'm one of the few people that would encourage you to look on all of those avenues, right? Because I feel like they spark questions, and especially for the people who are geared toward making OSHA, into the Orisha practitioners, you should be questioning everything, because there are a lot of things that are out there that really don't have anything to do with what it is that we're teaching. So if there are times where you have to look at something because you just want to find out some information and it looks kind of sketchy, bring it to me, because one, it may be something that you don't know about and you don't understand, and or it can be something that is on any kind of social media platform that has absolutely nothing to do about it. About 2 weeks ago, I was sent a video from one of the people that are in this discussion group, and it was totally false information. And I was able to discuss with them a little bit about what was in this particular video, and I'm grateful for that, because the more and more we dialogue, the more and more it opens up that bridge of communication. And I'm going to stay here for a minute. For those of you who have these issues about not trusting anybody, not being able to communicate, being held back because of circumstances, break free, loose yourself, right? Do something different, because we can only help you if you help yourself. I know from firsthand experience, because I'm human just like you are. I've been burnt a lot. I've been violated a lot. I've been a lot of things that I know that we have discussed, right? But at the end of the day, I just want to let you know that what happened in your past is just that, right? And in order for you to get a better future in this present time, you have to do some footwork, right? I'm available. And everybody that knows me, that has even taken a chance to test it out, right? I've gotten calls at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, crazy hours. And we can talk. I'm easy to talk to. There is no judgment. I will talk to you in a way where we can understand. If you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're in between, you're in between, right? One of the things I always want to tell people is that, I'm here to hold the light so that way you get to see what's going on. I know about issues, trust me. I've had plenty of them. And me and a lot of you guys have had some really intimate conversations. Some of you guys know me personally. Some of you guys have gotten to know me personally throughout the years. And when we talk, right? So I just want to say that means to me that, I trust myself enough to deliver pieces of information to you guys. And I trust you guys enough to even deliver that piece of information. So give me an opportunity, give Gil an opportunity. That's the only way that we can get through whatever it is that we're getting through, right? Please don't stay away too long. The further away you stay away, the more things start to happen. So what starts to happen is that now when you do finally surface, then we have to deal with all the stuff that you collected, and it takes away from the time that we actually have been journeying on. So I don't have a problem with the fact that, you know what, sometimes you need to break away because life happens. Listen, I'm in school right now. I'm trying to catch up in school. There's so many things that I'm doing. You know, I have my family issues. I have my work life issues. And in between that time, I'm working on newer material. And sometimes that will keep me away, right? But I don't never really stay away from you guys too far, right? And I get it. I really do get it. But we can overcome and have victory in numbers, right? 1 week, WEAK, away leads for a whole month or even sometime an eternity of trouble. 1 week, WEAK, leads to 1 month or even eternity of trouble. Change that. Be able to know what's truth and what's false, right? A lot of us have walked a life and we've seen a lot of things, right? And those are experiences now. So we utilize those types of experiences so that we can get better, right? I'm not saying everybody in this group is sick. I'm not saying anybody is jacked up. I'm not saying that, but we can all be better, right? Even the people that just really don't have anything going on, we could all be better. I'm a firm believer of always getting better, right? So with the piece on discernment, right? Know thyself, to thy own self be true, right? Look at things. And if it doesn't make any sense, right? Question it. Get on the horn and say, hey, listen, I looked at this, I looked at that. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at this and not really sure. Hey, I just saw this video. I read this piece of information. Do y'all do that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm open to all conversations, right? So questions give you the ability to learn, so that way you're not in the dark anymore. I want to help people get away from the dark, right? And some of us, we've been there for so long. Let's move into a different pattern, right? In this new coming year, I want all of us to think about what it is to really change and do something different. I want to tell you that, you know what, I really do love everybody that's in this group discussion and everybody that I met, because you guys have been doing some really awesome work. Some of it has been really rough for some people, and some of it has been a little bit smoother. Everybody's a little bit different, and I'm patient on every walk because I know that person number one may not have the same areas to work on as person number two, right? And so everybody, if we have to be on different levels and learning, that's fine. But give me something to work with, right? I really don't feel like wanting to have to chase people down anymore. And this year, I'm going to lessen that. When I put out information and I let people know that this is what's happening, even if you can tell me, Angel, this particular day doesn't work for me. That's communication. That's better than leaving it hanging and then I don't hear anything. We owe that to each other to open up a bridge of communication. All of us are adults. We know what we should do. And that doesn't take away how I feel about you. But a process and a journey starts with a piece of responsibility. And if I'm doing my part, I would love for everybody else to do their part as well, right? So I want to thank you guys again for all the wonderful pieces of information that you have given me, being part of the dialogue. When we start our dialogues in there, sometimes those discussion groups, they start to get off the hook, you say, with lots of information. Let's keep that momentum going, right? And in these conversations, we get to learn things that we never learned before. We get to see things that we never seen before. We get to hear information that we've heard before, so that way it gets to continuously stick inside of us, right? Even sometimes, you never know, in a group discussion, there may be something in there for you that you just might need it, right? So I understand, like I said, sometimes, you know what, life on life terms happens. I'm at work and the group discussions start getting really loud. Mute your phone, put it on vibrate. There's nothing wrong with that, because we have several people. Currently right now there are 14 people in our group. So you just imagine if I start a group topic and everybody starts responding, of course it's going to get live. So if you're doing something that is important at that time for you, where you can't break away to sit down and discuss, it's all right, mute, right? I leave the discussions at least a week to 2 weeks, depending on what the topic is. So you can jump in at any time, right? Feel free. Jump in, right? Take a chance to do something different. Break away. Man, if you depressed and you got some depression and that shit is holding you back, loose thyself, right? Free yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you have that going on, let's talk about that. Because that's going to be in a part of the shadow work, right? We're going to introduce shadow work within the new year. And I want to do some real deep, thorough shadow work with people, so that we can get these monkeys off our backs, man. There's no reason for none of us to be in places where we're aligning and we're getting ourselves better and our spirits together, and we're living funky, right? We're living foul, or we're living in places where we can't even get the energy just to even type a few words in a text in a group discussion, or to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, right? There's no reason for that to happen, right? We're powerful people. We've been powerful people throughout the lineages of our lives. It's in our blood, right? So you can't hold a good king down. You can't hold a good warrior down, right? There may be times where situations arise and you're going to battle, right? But fight the good fight of faith. This is all about faith, what you believe in. However you believe in, and however you put in your own natural power, so that way you can help yourself, will materialize into something great and phenomenal, right? Please, I encourage you guys, hold on. Practice some patience. Have some understanding, right? Get a part of yourself to know that, you know what, there is a way to get better, right? It starts here. I want to tell you again that I love you guys. Thank you for